Hello, this is Bwana from Bwana.tv. I want to discuss with you the way that I utilize Twitter and the best way to get the most data that I want to see out of this wonderful application. Now, if you're not familiar with Twitter, Twitter is a mechanism where you can state what you're doing. You have access via clients, via web, via your SMS on your cell phone, and via IM. You can communicate with people and you can see all the data you want to see, but there are thousands and thousands of people using Twitter every day, and sometimes we get inundated by all the data. So what I want to tell and talk to you about now is the way that I use Twitter, and I want to share with you some techniques that I use, and maybe you can utilize it in your day-to-day activities. The techniques I use involve two programs, unfortunately, not just one. I use these programs for two reasons. Number one, I use them for personal tracking of people that I've known for a while or people that I'm interested in knowing everything they're doing. And you'll notice on my Twitter profile that I only follow about 30 people. So there's not a lot of people that use Twitter that I want to know their every move. You know what I'm saying? And I also use the track feature of the Google Talk Jabberbot on Twitter. This is an IM interface into Twitter, which is semi real time. It gives you a real time look into what's going on with Twitter. And as soon as somebody tweets something, it gives you the quickest response in terms of what you want to see. The track feature within this allows me to track terms. So I'm going to briefly show you what I mean here. On the right side, I have Twirl. Twirl is a client that I've fallen in love with. It's an Adobe Air client, and it shows me all of the people that I'm tracking on the personal level, as well as gives me a singular timeline for everybody who is sending me a reply. So even people that I don't follow, if they send me something on Twitter, it will show up in Twirl. And I love to track conversations in Twirl because it puts them in the appropriate sequence. So that way I can know when and where they said things to me and not, have to guesstimate when I use the IM client or any other client. So the singular timeline is very useful. Also, all of the tools that are available in Twirl make it really easy to send tweets and actually reply to people. For instance, if I want to reply to Digital Craig here, I can just hover over his name and hit the reply link, and it'll automatically populate the bottom here, and I can type in whatever I want to, and it makes it really simple. And there's a URL and all the different features of Twirl that I won't get into here, but it makes it really easy to tweet and send tweets and actually follow conversations. On the flip side, the second way I utilize Twitter is to gather information and to learn new information. And to do that, I use the track feature. So if I type track in the Google Talk interface, and I highly encourage you to set this up by going to the settings in Twitter and actually go to devices and set it up there. I won't show you here. If I type track, it'll tell me the terms that I'm tracking. I'm tracking Bwana, Leopard, iPhone, Twirl, SDK, a whole bunch of things that I'm currently interested in, and this can change for me from week to week. I track and untrack certain terms that people are talking about. So if anybody says, anybody on Twitter says any of these keywords, I will receive that tweet. This saves me the trouble of following all these different people if I only want to know about certain topics, and it allows me to filter the data in a very easy sense. So to do this, all I have to do is type track, and if I want to track, say, ScreenFlow, which is the tool that I'm using to do this particular screencast, I'll do track ScreenFlow, and now I will receive updates matching ScreenFlow. And to stop, I'll send untrack ScreenFlow. So this is an easy way of tracking data that you receive from Twitter, and there's thousands and thousands of people sending things to Twitter. Now, one thing people are very interested in is all the links on Twitter. You could track HTTP and get overwhelmed by links of all kinds of things. So if you want to do that, you can do that. But the track feature is very useful, very handy, and it gives you a good mechanism to filter data. So again, in recap, I use Twirl for my personal aspect, for my conversations, for the people I want to track, and I use the IM feature or the track feature of Twitter to track all the noise, and I sift through that noise by using the track feature by keyword. And I highly encourage you to check out track, even if you don't agree with the way that I do things. The track feature on the IM is very, very useful. It filters all the data that you want to see, and it actually works very well. All right, this is Bwana from Bwana.tv. I hope this helped you.